Welcome back to Mik'd Up. Today's Friday, April 29th. We are live from Earl's. We have a lot of ambiance here. They've set the mood for us. We have an event happening right after the show, so we're going to have people coming in and out of the show. A lot of energy. We were brought to you by Sterling Automotive and our nice friends at Dos Equis and a lot of other sponsors, Lance Beal, Turney. We have a lot of things going on. I'd like to thank my friends.
You brought the heavy
coming
hitters.
in. I told you I was coming. I brought the heavy hitters. I said I wanted warm bodies, and I got better than warm bodies.
Hey, coming all the way from right field.
Hey, what are y'all drinking, though? That's the big question.
You went the Moscow Mikey.
I went the Mikie Moscow Mule.
No, it's not Moscow. It's the Mikey Mule.
Mikey,
no
Moscow, Mikey Mule.
I got Dos Equis in here.
Are we going to talk? Yeah, are we talking about the war in Russia? Is that what y'all are going to get on about?
I like to not talk about that.
We're not talking about the war in Russia.
We're a sports show. We're not going to talk about that.
You said Moscow.
My friend and owner of F45, Beau Didier, is here.
My sponsor.
Wow, thank you.
It is Lloyd's sponsor to get him in shape.
Lloyd's shredded now, by the way.
Lloyd is looking good. Lloyd,
lean.
He finally took the in-body scan.
Did you like what you saw?
He did not like what he saw, but he's not bad. He's under 20% body fat, but that's going to go down real quick.
16%.
Yeah. Well, most elite golfers.
Well, that makes it seem like it could be 19. 16, that's like almost under 15.
Yeah, I mean, you're almost there.
Yeah, thank you.
Mikie Moffitt here, financial advisor.
How we doing? Yeah, that's me.
Former baseball player?
Half former baseball player, half financial advisor, half part-time trainer in the morning, half professional.
Half caveman.
Living off your dad's name.
I bet he was an under 10% body fat guy at one time when you were Swole City.
12. I was 12.
I remember watching Clay come into the weight room while we were playing, and he is cleaning and squatting more than all of us, and he was like in seventh grade or whatever he was.
Clean and squat a lot of weight.
Okay, this is not good. Like
now
I probably should work out more.
I'm just packing mass, man. It's
accumulating mass.
Nate Fear
mass equals gas, right?
I was standing at Erlapalooza. I'm standing in line for the restroom, and Nate taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Dude, I was standing behind you trying to figure out who the moose was in front of me, and I finally realized it was you." And I was like, "Damn, Nate."
I appreciate that.
I need to start hitting the F45 cardio classes on
Monday and Wednesday.
Tell him to say that.
I do.
I've been trying to get Lloyd on the Monday class because that's the best one of the week, I think. And Lloyd is very anti-Monday, but as I told him,
that's not true. That's not true.
He's finally started to do it.
I did it on Monday. I threw up in my car in a cup. It was great.
That was a hard one. The competition one's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. I compete. Speaking of competition, signed up for the challenge.
Oh, there we go.
No more F45.
This is a sport.
That's what I want. I want to talk F45, but before we get to the F45 and we get to the fun conversations, we got to talk a little sports. We have a big show today. Obviously, we are live here from Uncle Earl's. We have a lot of sports talk. We have the baseball. Obviously, LSU opens a big weekend series against Georgia. We're gonna get into that, kind of get a little bit in depth of that. Talk some stories about how Beau ruined my junior year at LSU because he didn't score against Georgia. We'll talk a little bit about.
We can discuss that.
We'll talk about it. Pels come up a little short. Nobody expected Chris Paul to go 14 for 14. I don't think Chris Paul expected Chris Paul to go 14 for 14, but he did, and we lost. They lost, not we. I didn't do anything. NFL draft is going on. The second round starts in an hour and 18 minutes. Yep. Saints had a big draft. They had 2 first-round picks. They did they're very on brand with what they did. They drafted a wide receiver from Ohio State, which is the on brand part, and they drafted an offensive tackle from a mid-major school, which is Northern Iowa, which is on brand. So
nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed, but they hit 2 of the needs they needed. They needed to get a wide receiver, and they needed to get an offensive tackle. I thought they were going to flip it. I thought the offensive tackle was going to go first. The receiver was going to go second. They traded up in the draft for like the 18th draft in a row. Mickey Loomis loves to make trades in the draft. Trades up, gets Chris Olave. I think it's a great pick. I've always said that if you're a wide receiver coming out of college and you're a good route runner, you will have instant success in the NFL because that, to me, trumps everything else, a la Justin Jefferson. I think Chris Olave ran a 4.38 in the 40 at the combine, so that obviously is a different – he can take the top off, but he also has great route running skills. The offensive tackle just seems like a monster, not just a little – unpolished, I don't think Mel Kiper likes him very much.
He's a little dirty.
Mel Kiper, I love him.
What was
no, it's not a little dirty. Mel Kiper, okay. We were talking about this in the group text last night. Mel Kiper said he really likes to play He likes. What does he say? He likes to play until the whistle, way after the whistle. And I'm like, well, I'd rather someone to dial that back than make the guy play until the whistle, right? So like, I'd rather that. You know, dirty, play hard, same thing. I think. You know.
It's like, why do you like my football? Because it's the one sport I can legally, physically assault people.
Yeah, perfect. That's what I want as my left tackle.
You could dial that back.
Well, I like that
You could
impersonation
dial that
of
back
Mikey,
a
by the way.
little
That's
bit.
better than I thought it was going to be.
I don't even know if
thought
that's
that
how he
was good
sounded
with the Mel
like,
Kiper,
but
yeah,
I don't even.
I was
That
on
was
board
just.
with that.
Who's his partner? That's not really his partner anymore. Todd.
Is Todd even?
Pretty good, too.
That's actually really good.
Thank you.
Todd.
Todd.
I don't. Is Tom McShay even like do that anymore, or something happened?
Something happened. He
What
said he
happened?
wouldn't
Did you know
take
that?
time away to spend with his friends and family.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what does that mean? Is he sick?
He's back now, but he was sick. Do you remember when he was on the sidelines for the Arkansas? It was a bowl game, Georgia, Oklahoma, maybe, and he got lost in what he was saying, and they're like, Todd, maybe take a step. Todd, take a step back.
Okay.
But he had COVID, so they think he got the COVID brain. But he's back now.
Is
Better than
that
ever.
a symptom?
The COVID brain.
I didn't know
heard
that was a
is-
symptom.
I think he was just boozed up.
Is the COVID brain a
The
thing?
COVID brain's a thing.
Is it?
How prevalent is that?
What is that? Is it like the COVID toes? I've never seen anybody have COVID toes.
I heard the COVID toes.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Did you just make that up?
No, that's a thing. Every time when I went back to spring training after COVID, the OG COVID, one of the symptoms was that we had to click on our app thing before we showed up to the field was COVID toes. I have no idea what the COVID toes are, but that's a thing
So
apparently.
you never had it.
I
I
think
never had the
COVID
COVID,
brain.
at least not knowing I had the COVID toes.
I knew nothing about the COVID
I
toes.
had COVID.
Yeah.
I think I had COVID.
You think?
This
Or you
is-
did?
I had COVID. I
Yeah.
know I had COVID, and I had kind of COVID brains.
What does that mean though?
You're delusional.
Are you hallucinating?
worse
Are you
than
like on
fever?
shrooms
Not
and stuff?
hallucinating. I've never done shrooms, but
Loser. Get him off the
I was,
podcast.
I just was. Out of it.
Okay,
I had
it's a little
COVID.
Foggy.
Okay,
foggy.
my
Is it
brain
foggy
felt
brain?
like old Thanksgiving potato salad.
Okay, a
Love
little
that.
foggy.
Okay.
Or just like
Little
Thanksgiving
mush.
at the dinner table.
Little
Soggy,
soggy,
mushy.
A little soggy.
Just not good.
that's
I know.
not at the top.
I got buddies that still can't taste and smell. That's real.
That they have a
That's
great
gotta be-
dating life.
Can't
That's gotta
taste.
Well, and drinking, too. I always think
I mean,
about
that's got to be miserable. It does
Yeah.
not taste
Good
and
morning,
smell.
ladies.
Hey. We got NBA. Beau is our NBA insider
I'm in
today.
love.
Beau, but you are the NBA insider. You are a big
Okay,
NBA.
and I'll take that. Yeah.
you know, I gave you a compliment off air. Said that you could give the starting five from most teams. Used to be.
I used to be dynamite
And you
with
used to
it.
be able to say exactly where they went to high school or college because
Correct.
back in the day when we were in college,
That was my thing.
they didn't have to go to college yet.
Yeah.
But
A
you
lot
know,
of the
I don't
from
know.
game.
Well, that was my thing.
And 9 was football.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm not as
You were
much into
good,
football.
and I could do it. I could run down an NBA roster where they went. I could still do Gonzaga. I know what high school they went to, every roster. It's a
Speaking of
little-
Gonzaga,
it's
you know
unhealthy.
Gonzaga baseball is like fired this year.
They're dynamite. Yeah, they're really good.
They have 3 starters that touch 97.
Good things come from the Northwest.
Seattle, both from Seattle. But that segues into the LSU baseball talk. All right, LSU baseball has a huge series this weekend against Georgia. They play. Georgia is a top 15 team. LSU is a top 20-ish team, depending on what you follow. They lost to UNO midweek. Told y'all that was a trap game. Kind of felt like it was a trap game. The Fighting Blake Deans came in. Actually, didn't come in. Hosted LSU and beat them.
Mr. Still the midweek.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Wow.
I didn't say that.
Hey, those midweeks driving down to UNO. Remember? Did y'all get those sandwiches? The mayonnaise.
Oh, the soggy,
turkey?
soggy Sarah. Mike's something soggy something.
Here's
Soggy
for
po' boy
Sarah. Soggy
sandwiches.
Sarah.
Soggy something. The
it was-
sandwich. You would get these sandwiches. They're at Po' Boys, and by the time you got into the bus, they've been sitting in like the ice chest or whatever, and they were awful.
They had
bottom
mayonnaise
bun
on them
toast,
since 11
yeah.
a.m.
Yeah, it was awful.
And they would
awful.
sit in an ice chest after the UNO game.
But-
give you COVID toes.
Yeah, those will give you COVID toes, no doubt,
Had COVID brain.
no doubt. But LSU.
Todd's been munching on.
You know, he's been taking.
Hey, he's back. He's back. He's back. Okay, he's
I
back.
wish I had COVID taste and smell.
Everybody has some
Eating those
bad days,
sandwiches.
weeks, months,
Before
years,
Sarah.
sometimes, but he's
Now
back.
he's back.
He's back, but they went to they came off a sweep. They swept the SEC series the weekend before. They went to UNO on the road. Like, you don't want to play that game. I could have told y'all before the season started. I see this game on the schedule. This is going to be a loss because nobody wants to play the midweek game at UNO. So now they come home. they get to play against Georgia. They are 10-8. LSU is 10-8 in the SEC. Georgia is 11-7 in the East. LSU goes ahead and wins this series. They put themselves in the driver's seat to host a regional. I would think. We had Kendall Rogers on the show on Wednesday, and he said that if LSU wins their last 4 series, which means they go 2-1 at least, in those last 4 series, they end up 18-12. No, yep, that is right. 18-12.
Schedule. Who they got? Who are the last 4 series?
They have Georgia this weekend. Georgia's a top 20, top 15 team. It's tough. They have Alabama. They have Ole Miss, which Mike Bianco is probably done after this year, I would assume. He's on a very hot seat. They were number 1 team in the country to start the season. They are not very good.
Yeah.
And they end the season at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's good, but they're not. Tennessee has one. Tennessee is like
the real deal.
The real deal, Holyfield. But they have 4 series that are really good. Alabama is a good team, and like all these teams can obviously beat LSU. But LSU puts themselves in a position, if they win the series, they have the ability to host a regional, possibly host a super regional, if things work out the right way. But going into this series, I think they have a really good chance. Obviously, it's at home. We talked about the weather warming up, and once the weather warms up and fans start getting in the stands, now they have to deal with the Garth Brooks concert on Saturday.
I heard Garth was an LSU guy.
Has Calling Baton Rouge.
Calling Baton
He
Rouge.
sung a song or two.
Yeah.
He's got Calling, but I don't think he's an LSU guy. I don't think he realized when he created the song how much of a anthem it is for LSU.
A staple.
Yeah, I don't think he realized that until he came and had his concert, his last tour in Louisiana. He played it, I think it was in New Orleans, and the crowd went nuts, and he didn't realize it. And he vocally said, I didn't realize how much this song lands in Louisiana, and now
What an idiot.
I wouldn't be.
It's a big.
I mean, it's Calling Baton Rouge, you would assume, right?
Play that.
Hey, bro, he is on this part of the level, and
Yeah.
he doesn't give a shit about college football. I mean, maybe he does. I mean, usually country singers do.
So he's
actually.
getting no royalties for that song. He has no
When we played
awareness.
at Tiger Stadium,
Yeah.
he's
Crazy.
crickets.
Look, we were in UCLA for the game last year, and they played
Your dad
it.
got fired.
Yeah, they played it. They played it in the bar on Venice Beach that all the LSU fans go
Love
to. They
it.
played
Yeah,
Calling
nuts.
Baton Rouge.
Nuts.
They had people banging their heads on the bar,
Yeah.
happy, couldn't even contain themselves.
They're so excited.
All the way up in Venice Beach, California.
Garth
Love
used to go to
Venice
spring training. You knew that? I should have done a little more research to confirm that. But I remember my dad saying that he used to.
Hey, we don't fact check.
Okay,
here.
good. That's fine.
Okay.
But the Kevin Costner used to go to spring training. I think it was with the Yankees. He did it for a little bit, Billy Crystal style. Garth did
Wow.
4
Was
or
he a
5 years
baseball
in
player?
He was a big baseball guy.
There we go. See, so he.
I don't remember what
the
team it was
rumor is
for.
he's probably going to play Calling Baton Rouge a
Probably.
few times. I would
Yeah.
assume.
I bet that.
Well, I've heard that. Do you remember the Kanye?
You hate
Jay-Z,
country music, too.
Absolutely. Kanye Jay-Z album. What was the song with Will Ferrell in it?
You can't say it.
I can't
but
say that on
yeah,
air.
And something.
It's it starts with the N.
Yes,
And then
yeah.
in
That's
Paris-
what I could, yeah. In Paris. Apparently
In
he did
Paris.
it 5 times in a row. They would just go again, and they would start it over. So I'm wondering if you could build the momentum like that.
Do
It's
that.
gonna
Where you
look.
just
I will
go,
say this.
That'd be
Calling
dynamite,
Baton Rouge.
yeah.
I'm setting the
Calling
over.
Baton Rouge.
I'm setting
now
the
we're
over.
calling Baton Rouge.
I wish I was a bookie, because I would set the over under on
3.5.
times. That's what I was going to say.
Pretty good, Lloyd. Yeah.
That's
3.5.
exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say
I am a bookie.
3.5. 3.5.
Hey,
Um,
going back to LSU baseball, though, how about
Okay.
Mikhail Hilliard?
That's what I want to get into, right?
Hold on,
So
one
cow.
more thing on calling Baton Rouge.
okay, here we go.
Do you
It's
think-
call in. There's no G in it.
Well, call in.
It's
Garth.
got an apostrophe.
What's his
It's
dad?
call in with
with the
apostrophe. Yeah,
apostrophe.
get it right, bro. I know you're from Alexandria.
Calling Baton Rouge.
You're from Central Louisiana.
Central.
Get to the
Sinlaw.
Sinlaw.
Me and Lynn, your favorite guy.
Yeah, fire than a.
Do you think that it's in Tiger Stadium, right?
Yep.
My idea was to flash LSU football highlights, the same ones that you used for the fourth quarter during Colin Baton
Get
Rouge.
loud,
Replays
like,
it
get
for the-
loud.
Because your cousin Robert was
Yep.
like, I'm only there for Colin Baton Rouge. I'm going to get blackout drunk, and I'm waiting for Colin Baton Rouge. I don't
Can we
like
talk
any
about
other
this though? Can we
songs.
talk about this though? Garth Brooks has amazing songs.
Name
Amazing.
another.
And
He's got
I
so
love
many.
I love Calling Baton Rouge for the simple fact of the LSU anthem and all.
That's what
but
I'm saying. Put some LSU
that is not his best
behind
song
it.
No.
by any means. So I'm looking forward. Now, Allie, I don't know how much she's like. I don't know how many Garth Brooks. I was like, you know more than you think.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this.
What's the name of the one where he's an 18-year-old kid and he pops the old lady when like in the summer?
Chicken fried.
No,
I had the
Red
Thunder
Rag
and the
Top.
Thunder
That's Red Rag.
Rolls.
No, it's not Thunder
I know.
Rolls. It's the one that summer. Damn.
Cold
that's
beer
my
on a
favorite
Friday
one.
night.
That's not.
Where he
That's
talks
not
about
him.
he's a young man. He
Yeah.
grows up.
Oh yeah. I don't know the name of it, but I know what
Drinking
you're
wine
talking
on the
about.
50-yard
That's my
line.
favorite one.
Well,
But-
you can't like. The hard thing about Garth is you can't go on Spotify and listen to Garth Brooks. He owns all the albums to his songs.
Oh, he hates
And
Joe
Garth Brooks
Rogan?
isn't on Spotify.
Oh really?
Wow.
He owns all the rights to his
You
music,
sure?
so you
Good
have
for
to.
you, Garth. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Almost 100%. You have to buy his album like on Amazon Prime.
The modern day Beatles.
Garth makes
check
a
him
bunch
out.
of
Right.
bunch of money.
Yeah. So like if you go to Spotify, type in Garth Brooks, it's all like remake songs. It's not actual Garth Brooks music.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Well, I mean,
But that's why it's hard like to listen to.
To really do the prep work
Yeah.
before the concert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's good to know. I'll buy his
It's gonna
album.
make the
You
concert
can
that
fact
much-
check me.
Yeah.
We don't fact check on this show.
No.
Yeah.
We don't know fact checks here.
Let's just start
we don't
throwing
give
out
false
crazy
information.
things.
That's the only reason.
I'm
why
gonna
we
start
don't fact
commenting on
check.
everything like I know it.
We don't have misinformation on the show. Everything we say is fact, and we don't make anything up ever. So that's the thing. But
Garth
back to
isn't going to be in Baton Rouge.
Garth
right?
is going to be in Baton
No.
Rouge, just facts.
Not yet.
But back to baseball, because I know that's the people that are watching want to hear about a little bit, at least. You talked about Mikal Hilliard. LSU goes into this weekend.
Okay, 1 second. There's one guy in the
Oh
chat.
God, here we go.
Coach Lemoyne. Do you remember Coach Lemoyne? Mikey, do you remember Coach Lemoyne? Coach Lemoyne. Coach Lemoyne. Do you remember Coach
I
Lemoyne?
do remember Coach Lemoyne.
Okay. Well, Ian Poche, he remembers Coach Lemoyne.
Now, who's Coach Lemoyne?
He was my Coach Lemoyne was one of my baseball coaches in high school, my
Okay.
junior and senior year.
STM Jayhawk.
STM Cougars, yes.
Much too young.
And
No, that's a great song. That's not the one.
anyways,
What about Coach Lemoyne?
anyways, back to baseball, right? Mikal Hilliard gets to start on Friday. He has been nails. He has been undefeated. Apparently, he hasn't lost a game since 2019,
2019.
right? Which is unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable. He's not a typical Friday night guy, but he has been our Friday night guy. He has been dealing, right? So he has a 3.64 ERA. He goes against Nolan Crisp tonight, who has a 3.77 ERA. Nolan Crisp is the ace of the staff coming into the season. He has been hurt. Actually, I don't know if I think Jonathan Cannon right now is the ace. He's 7-1. He's a Saturday guy. Has a 1.6 ERA, 1.59. I rounded up. But if you look at the numbers, Georgia's starting pitching is pretty good. They have Kendall Rogers said they have guys that are big prospects. They have a future first rounder on their team.
Mm-hmm.
They pitch well, but their bullpen must be horrendous because they are the last team in the SEC in ERA. So
You got those arms up front. Yeah.
must be a top-heavy team. Now, LSU is a little bit opposite. Mikal Hilliard's been very good. Blake Money's been up and down, but the bullpen at LSU has been nails. I think LSU stays at home, takes 2 or 3 from the series. I took the over 9.5 runs for this game.
Idiot.
I took
the Friday night game.
Friday night
You don't
game
see
9.5.
that,
Took over. I've been taking the over. It used to be 3 weeks ago. The over under was 12.5, and I took it. Obviously, they didn't get to it.
Yeah.
And so
That's
every
why
week
they
it's come
dropped it
down.
down.
It's come down, right? 9.5. Explosion in the offense. LSU wins.
Calling Baton
Hey,
Rouge.
what up? What 9.5? 6-4.
5 to-
LSU
I was
wins.
going to say 5-4. Sounds like a
6-4
loss.
LSU.
Can I ask
6-4
an
LSU
ignorant
wins.
question about Mikal?
You can ask me a plenty.
Okay, I want to ask. So a guy like that, I mean, what he's kind of 87, 88, 89 now.
Yeah, he
sits-
touches
sits
90
right
maybe.
Cutters, man.
So as professional baseball is analytic driven now, numbers, spin rate, all those things, does a guy like that get a chance even if he's doing well?
So
or
I will say
because
his
curveball.
curveball spin rate is
registers.
probably one of the top in college baseball.
So does he get a
As far as
chance
spin.
because if he's had
I
success?
think maybe. I think if he shows like enough control with the breaking ball, which he has, I think that some team will probably take a flyer on him and say,
Yeah.
okay, you know what, maybe we can teach him a little bit of velocity, get him some weight, get him a little stronger, because he's still like this big.
Yeah,
you know, he's
yeah.
tiny.
Still young too. I mean, you got to think of it like if he's 22 years old and he gets to big leagues when he's 26, he's going to look totally different. I mean, you would think.
Right, you would hope.
You would hope.
Yeah.
You'd hope.
And
I mean,
what he does with that ball, I mean, the spin rate on it, like I think his spin rate on his curveball is like MLB, like
yeah. No, it's
Does it
elite.
measure?
It's
I mean,
elite.
does
it measures.
Yeah.
100%. I know it does. And then his fastball, it's a cutter. It's not even a fastball. It's a cut fastball.
Right,
that's
which
just-
is enough to like it's a little bit different. It's not now. Look, if he can get his fastball velocity, what are you doing over there? you doing there?
I'm putting in bets.
I figured that's what you were doing.
Well, he's trying
That's
to.
all I was asking. You're going under?
Under.
Wow.
You always go against me.
Just
Why do you
went
go?
against what you had,
Why do you?
yeah.
Why do you not want me to have success
That's a
in
big
betting?
Nate Fury move that he
It
just
is.
did
He
right
is.
there. That's a very.
He's got some Nate
move.
Fury personality to
You were
him.
very passionate and emphatic
Yeah.
about the over, and then I saw him.
9.5. You don't see
yeah.
LSU winning 6-4 or 7-3
No.
or losing
George-
6-4.
Georgia's throwing a lefty.
No, they're not.
I think they are.
No, they're not. The starters are righty, lefties on Sunday.
Oh, do you think first 5 over?
They don't have first 5.
Okay.
They only have that in the big leagues.
I like this. You gotta have a little friction to start a fire. You know.
Oh, Lloyd does that. So
Yeah,
Lloyd likes
yeah.
to jab me a little bit. It's okay. Look, go under. Go under. I want you to go under.
Where'd you find it?
On
Caesar
Caesars.
Sportsbook?
On Caesar Sportsbook, which brings me to my next point, right?
I like
Next-
how it intros you in here. It says, hello, King. Emperor. Hello, Emperor.
Yeah, they gas you up.
Yeah, they do.
They're commercials.
Next Friday-
I'd be an emperor if I
Next
fucking
Friday,
broke.
next Friday here at Earl's, Caesars is having a watch party for the LSU baseball game. Our show is leading up into that game, right? Caesars is partnering with us and doing things with us. They are going to have free food, free drinks, a tab before the LSU game, and then they are going to continue this watch party during the LSU games. The show ends at 6. The game starts at 6:30. Come watch the show so you can watch the game, get all the free stuff, hang out. I'm sure there's going to be some promotional stuff that you can do. Sign up for the Caesar Sportsbook because who doesn't like to gamble? You don't have to gamble a lot. They give
Yeah,
you
small,
free bets.
control.
Free
They
play.
get you in there.
Well, free play.
Yeah, like you can gamble $5, $10 bets. You know, it's
Yeah.
fun. It puts a little bit more on the game, puts a little bit more interest in the game.
It's like getting a shot on Bourbon Street where they kind of like deep throat it and give it to you. It's not anything. It's not cheating.
Man, those are.
Yeah.
I
It's
saw a
just
video
fun.
of that the other
Yeah, I
day.
mean, I guess.
I haven't partied in New Orleans in a
I
long
haven't
time.
either.
We
Me
need
neither.
to make one of those runs.
We do.
Yeah.
Saw a video
You know
on
what I'm
Twitter.
talking
One of
about.
those.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that
one of those
little
shots.
tube, the tube
The
shots?
little
Yeah.
tubes.
And she
Yeah.
gets them out, and she puts them in her cleavage,
And you
then
can't
she
not
like
get
goes
that when
here,
she
and you're
does
like,
a
oh, do you want a
presentation.
shot?
It's
And then you're
aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, maybe.
Maybe.
Very
That's a free
aggressive.
play.
Maybe, yeah, it's a free play.
That's a Caesar's free
And
play.
you think it's a free shot, and then it's not a free shot. It's a $20 shot, and you're like, well, there's no alcohol in that shot.
Right.
How come this is $20? Because you're on Bourbon Street.
And then you
sweetheart.
buy 4
Okay.
for your buddies.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
there you
everybody
go.
gets a cleavage.
Hey, everybody, get the shots on me. Shots are free. They're free shots. No, sir, they're not free. They're free.
No,
and you get
yeah.
the shots, and you pay $115 for your shots. You're like, well, they're not free.
They're not free.
And
For a
This
This has
very
not happened to me
aggressive
by
cleavage
this has
shot.
never happened to me,
Yep.
obviously. I
Yeah,
don't know this
yeah.
by experience at all. But
nice
anyways.
ladies.
How many of those have you had, Mikey?
what, the tube shots?
The very aggressive cleavage tube shots.
I don't know. I don't know. I have not.
Lloyd, set the
look,
over on that.
Over or under?
What's the over on that?
I don't know. But the real question is,
32.
I don't have to answer that
Yeah,
I don't have an answer to that question. I do not
my
know
show.
that answer. I'm drinking Dos Equis.
There's a tube over there if that's your fancy.
Right there.
Dos Equis. We got Dos Equis kegs. We haven't even popped these babies over. These are new kegs.
Yeah.
We got new ones. We already drank the
Untapped.
other ones. Untapped kegs. Untapped potential in these kegs. But
Virgin keg.
to put a bow, like you like to say,
Wow.
on
To put a BEAU on it.
to be a BEAU on it. Next Friday,
If you'd have been born
Caesars is
here,
going to
there'd
be
be an
here
X
at
on the end of
Earl's.
your name.
Hey, not in the middle of my promotion, okay, Floyd?
Caesars?
I'm just joking.
Oh.
What are you putting a bow on? Oh,
The Caesars promotion that I was trying
Okay,
to give to
okay.
the guys. I was just joking. I'm not trying to yell at
Yeah, I
you.
didn't even hear you.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Next
back to the
Friday,
tube shots.
next Friday, we have Caesars hosting a watch party here at Earl's. Come, watch the show, enjoy the game, get some free food, get some free drinks, sign up, gamble,
Do you have
some
heavy
fun.
hitting Friday
That's it.
guests like you do
We're,
tonight? or-
I'm working on
Yeah.
getting Coach Maneri to come on the show on next
Thunder
Friday,
and
so he will be
lightning.
here,
Okay.
hopefully.
You think we
Hopefully.
can get him
Thunder
to
and
gamble?
lightning.
Thunder.
He will not gamble.
I'm on that. Yeah.
Coach will not gamble, I don't think. But that's what we got. As far as baseball, look, LSU, like I said, I think they win the series. Georgia's offense is okay. Average-wise, they're right behind LSU, but they don't really have a lot of thump. LSU has 67 home runs on the season. Georgia has 45, 22 less. See the math there? Quick math.
Yeah.
I think that LSU goes ahead, takes care of business this weekend against a top 5 RPI rated team, puts themselves in the driver's seat for a regional host, and that is all I got to say about that.
I believe in the boys,
Did you
man.
just bet against LSU when Mikey made that? Is
Yeah,
that-
I'm
Yes, he
parlaying Georgia and which one did you like, over or under?
I'm not telling you.
He likes the over.
It's gonna be a
He
good
did the
series this
math.
weekend, though.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a great series.
is.
Georgia always has a good ball club, and we always play them
Now I tell you what,
I mean, we play them close, and it's good. But they got some dudes on LSU's team, man. I mean,
they do.
How about Cooper?
He's been great.
I mean,
he's been unbelievable at the pen. It's been a good transfer. I think that he'll never start because Jay needs him to be able to throw multiple games out the year.
Automatic. And then you got Gervais. He's been.
You have Raiselman, Gervais. You have Riley Cooper. You have Fontenot's been okay. You have
Vittmeyer's
been good. He struggled a little bit against UNO, but he's been good. He's been solid. He's a senior leader. He came out. He pitched very well against
94.
UNO. Yeah, he pitched very well against UNO. Our bullpen is deep. You got to have the start. Now, the two freshmen that start on Sunday, they piggyback each other.
Who on that team hosts the Thanksgiving or the Halloween party? Serious question.
I host it.
Who on our team
hosted?
Here's the question, though. Who on our team hosted the Halloween party?
What, are you asking me?
I'm asking for the fans so that you can tell them who did
That's
it for
an
us.
important distinction on each team. Who hosts the
explain
Halloween
why.
party.
Explain why, because I've been clamoring over this of why chemistry is a big thing on baseball. Please explain why it's important for somebody to be able to host
Freshman year,
the team.
you have, I think it was the five guys you expected to be.
Right.
Buzzy, Nick.
Yep. McGee.
McGee obviously is in there.
Those
guys. I mean, I know my 3 career home runs were pretty impactful, but I mean, you got to bring some other things.
But then who after that happened?
Okay, so
we hosted the party.
Yeah, so then we hosted the party.
And it was very, very well. It was very
everybody on
parties.
The team is over there.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. No view.
No scooters were wrecked.
No scooters were wrecked.
Ever.
Those are great parties.
Great parties.
So now we had
Beau tried to show off in front of Tyron Matthew and drew a 360 drunk, but he lost his equilibrium and fell.
Look, and I had that in my sights. We had a 9-foot hoop. I'm gonna say 9.5. 9.5-foot hoop. I was trying to do a dunk.
For Tyron Matthew.
Ex-girlfriend was there.
Tyron was there. Ex-girlfriend was there.
This is a real old school.
You were peacocking.
I was peacocking.
Yeah.
I was really strutting it. I cleared my throat. I wanted people to see. Took the ball. Went to go do the 360 dunk. My feet never. I don't think they actually left the ground. And as Grant tells the story, Dozar, I spin. The ball's in my hand. The ball goes down. I fall. The ball hits me in the face, and I fell in the mud. There was probably 35 people watching because a big party inside. We were outside. And I look over there, and the ex-girlfriend, I forgot her name.
And then everybody was like, ooh.
Yeah.
It was like that.
It was one of those, like,
everybody's pumping them up.
Laugh,
and
then that happened.
It's a real movie moment for you.
Yeah, and that's fine. I rebounded from
it's
it.
okay.
Did y'all have like the fall
you did
Me
rebound.
and Mikey took a rebound, yeah.
And we took a nice little scooter ride without Grant. Actually, this is the
Grant wasn't there.
He was not there.
He was with his wife. They weren't married yet, but he was with Elena. Yeah.
That's your ex-girlfriend?
Not
Nope,
Elena.
nope, future wife.
We should put that out there. We should make that clip that Elena was my ex-girlfriend.
That had to have been like a Beau Prey.
Elena was my
That
ex-girlfriend.
had to have been a Beau Prey party. Beau Prey deal.
No.
No, we were McDonald Street.
You don't
Right
know
off
about
Island,
McDonald
yeah.
Street because
McDonald
now
Street.
McDonald Street is run by
The Nolas.
and that's where Aaron built his new house on that street. But we used to live on that street because they had a rental property. Not a rental property, actually. It was his grandparents' old house. We used to live there. It was
Remember, every Sunday they would have family get-togethers, like the whole Nola family
While we're
Sunday
hungover in the
get-togethers.
house.
This would be Sunday after a Saturday night, and like we're waking up like crushing the eyes, and there's 30
Food's ready,
people.
though.
Food's ready though.
walk around outside to
Walking
get the
out.
food. It
They're
was
all like,
amazing.
What did you guys do last night? Yeah,
It was amazing. Amazing. Great place to be.
Yeah.
A lot of fun stories, but we're not in college anymore.
So to answer the question, who hosts the Halloween party? I don't know if you can say that, get me in trouble.
So,
but who's the guy on the team this year that hosts the Halloween party?
Who hosted
bring
it?
it back.
Yeah.
I don't. So for me, we hosted the fall party. So it
Same
was
thing.
at my house. Well, it wasn't my house. It was the house's.
Halloween
The
in the
person
fall?
we were renting the house from's house.
Okay.
But we had the party. So basically, you get through the whole fall, and then it's football season.
Yep.
And it was the first football season game. We would have a jersey party. So everybody would
remember
wear a jersey.
those.
For instance, you could wear your favorite Tyrann Mathieu jersey or your favorite Joe Burrow jersey. I wore a Bo Jackson jersey, favorite player all
I would
time.
have went Larry Bird. Yeah,
So
good
Larry
one.
Bird. So you'd wear your favorite player's
O.J.
jersey. I wore Bo Jackson, and it was similar to the Halloween party. We just wore jerseys.
Right, that's
and
right.
then, there would be some fun games. A few guys would have new haircuts. Dunk contest, Gatorade coolers,
Yeah.
whole nine
Mopping
yards.
for apples.
Y'all did it right.
cool.
I would hope
That's a thing.
that there's somebody on this team that hosts. If I had
I
to
think so.
pinpoint it,
I would. I would think there
Gotta be.
definitely is.
If I
It's
had
all
to-
these older guys.
If I had to
needs to be.
pinpoint it, I would have to assume that it would be Bianco,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Duga,
older guys.
and Nick Stores,
Right.
who does not play baseball anymore.
But
he
he's
was
roommates with
on
all
the
the
show, and he
guys.
was roommates there. He's a monster, by
Monster.
the way.
He is.
Yeah.
He's like Gronk's long lost little brother.
But I would assume that they would host the parties. They're the upperclassmen. They seem like they've been around. They know what's going on. Like I would hope that's what happens. If not, then there's bigger issues.
Yeah.
You got to have guys that learn from the best, right?
Right.
I mean, we had our parties learn from the guys before them that learned from you guys. It's changed.
That's how you do.
Butterfly
You
effect.
gotta have a little tradition, not just on the field, but off the field.
Off field.
Definitely off the field.
It translates.
It's all part
It
of it.
definitely
translates.
It translates. But before we go away from baseball, I'm glad LSU is playing at home because it's a.
Are you going?
I'm not tonight. But Georgia playing in Athens is dangerous. Okay, because Athens is fun.
Dangerous,
Oh,
Lloyd.
yeah, not dangerous because
No,
Georgia's good at
crime's-
home.
crime's
It's
not a
because
thing.
No, dangerous
I've been
because
to Athens.
let me tell you what they do in
We're in
Georgia.
the party
Let me tell you what they do in
box. Sup with
in
your
Athens.
uncle.
Let me
Don't
tell
they
you
have the most bars in like
There's
the
a
one
street.
Yeah, they have the
It's like
strip in Athens.
Street, whatever its name is.
And then they also have Batgirls who
Wink and a nod.
are in the dugout, and they are
facilitators.
They have a lot of followers on TikTok.
They're genetically
Dr. Jerry Buss.
advanced,
Be careful here.
They have a lot of followers on TikTok.
right?
Do F45.
And so they get there, and then they go and
Very
they're the
functional.
Batgirls. So then obviously,
Correct.
most of the guys on the team would be a little bit distracted.
Fans.
One,
love what he said.
and
He's tap dancing
probably
over
a little bit groggy. They probably have a little COVID brain from the night before.
Booty
right?
bonded.
Right? So this is what happens.
That's what happened when I got thrown out.
Yep,
COVID
exactly.
toes.
So Friday, we win. Big game. We had to win the series. Georgia, we were better than Georgia. We have to win the series. Like we're struggling, we're making our comeback. We win. Sunday is a big chance of rain, 100% chance of rain all day. We have to fly back. Doubleheader Saturday. Okay,
Toasted.
great. Like doubleheader, whatever. I go to dinner. I go home. My friends, and the guys on the team, which look, I'm all for, go out. And they have some drinks. One drink turns into 3 pitchers, and they start drinking. They have a good time, and they do their deal. It's on Athens. You're on the Strip. It's great. So they go home, no issues. I'm fine. Like this is great. Everybody needs to go out there and have fun. So we go. We're playing. We lose the first game of the doubleheader. Close game, lose it. Second game of the doubleheader, we're down by a run. Our catcher, at the time, gets to second base.
Wait, on Friday night or during
This is
the
on
game?
Saturday. It's the second game of the
Second
doubleheader. So he gets the second. We're down by 1 run.
That was
Next
a sex
guy.
joke, by the way.
So then, out of nowhere, Coach Maneri looks at Beau.
And that's
Right.
Look, I love Coach, but where did a pinch run come in for me?
You were-
I
Were
threw
you
up-
blazing?
I threw up 30 minutes
But
before.
could you roll like you?
No, I was a decent athlete speed wise.
Right,
I mean,
but
I was
like, he was.
third team all
It was a
defense
catcher,
in-
right?
in
So he
high
pinch ran
school.
for the catcher. And so Beau
Yeah,
goes,
but you weren't hammered
Coach,
then.
Coach goes, Beau, you ready? He goes, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I had moved in 4 hours.
No,
I had my
right.
coat. I was
and like
hungover.
that
and my
is
turfs.
that's not knowing.
Six
I might have my
pitchers
turfs on,
deep.
Yeah, it was-
That's not understanding the situation, right? So they get Beau to go and pinch run Beau,
if
like
you
gets
would
his
have
stuff.
raced me and Jordy, we probably would have tied.
Right.
We would have tied. But
Right.
he'd been playing. He was catching the whole game, and I
Right.
hadn't
So
moved in 5 hours.
yeah, and so like Beau
You're
goes out.
fresh.
Beau goes out to second base. This is the 8th inning, top of the 8th inning. This guy hits a 17 hopper through the middle of the infield, right?
I just no. I was gonna say.
Like both the ball where the balls are bouncing, and both middle infielders dive for the ball, and the ball gets
there was a
past
little
them.
more pace on it. Zach Cohn was in center field.
Zach Cohn, who was a very
Big
good
league
athlete,
arm,
had a good
toolsy.
arm. He got drafted pretty high, I think second or third round. He's in center field, and he comes up and he throws Beau out by 10 feet at home.
No, it was closer than that. It was close. Not the best slide.
Like, did you
Nothing-
slide? Like you
I
had?
slid, but it wasn't like competitive. It was like a little league slide where like you have to slide out of formality. Like I kind of just went in. There was no like evading the tag or anything. It was just went right in. And
So he
boom,
gets
boom.
Did you touch
tossed.
home plate? Oh,
I don't think so.
He gets thrown out, and
Yeah,
Coach Maneri looks around. And he goes, "Is Beau slow? Is Beau slow?" I'm like, "I don't know, Coach. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know."
You put it in an average run.
Yeah,
to
you
pinch
put in
run.
a guy who has not done anything for two. This is the second game of the day. Like
he's sore from going
he hasn't
out.
done anything. It's the or I guess it would have been the bottom of the 6th inning, not the bottom of the 8th because it's It's a doubleheader.
I
He
wasn't-
gets thrown
I wasn't
out.
functional then, Lloyd.
He gets thrown out by like 10 feet out, right? We lose the game, lose the series. We don't make the postseason. I'm like, fuck. I'm just joking because it's not Beau's fault.
sounds
It's not Beau's
Look,
fault.
if you put in 2022 Beau Didier, I touch home plate
No
before the
doubt.
ball's even. Yeah,
No doubt.
The functionality is
No-
different.
no
now.
throw.
Yeah, lightning. I'm quick.
Yeah,
I'm
no
there,
throw. But I'm just glad that they're playing
Is
the
that
game.
what spurned F45? Is that
Yeah.
memory?
Yeah,
Jack Cohn?
That's what started it. Correct.
I'm just glad the game is in home because I think now LSU got the home field advantage. They don't have to worry about those situations.
Yep.
Okay.
Georgia's a cool place to play too.
Athens
is
How
great.
about that grass?
Yeah.
You got that
Oh,
Kentucky bluegrass.
oh, here we go. Cushmanary.
It's nice grass.
Jesus
though.
Christ.
It is.
Stand by
Jesus
your grass, Tom,
Christ.
yeah.
We were stretching, and I'm like, all right, this is
This is
noticeably
quality
different grass.
here,
I mean, like our
Wait, so they had
grass.
slow grass
Our
too, and
grass
still got
is like
jammed in
Webb
hole?
Park Greens grass.
Yeah, Webble
I
Beach.
love that you take the time to appreciate the grass. That's
Yeah, that's great.
That's,
Look,
what it's about,
that's
yeah.
appreciating
I
like
know.
your
I
surroundings.
noticed the difference.
Yeah, Les
That's
Miles.
yeah, you eat the grass like Les. That's your friend.
I want
didn't
my
eat the
financial
grass.
advisor to know about the quality
Right?
of
No
the grass.
doubt. No doubt.
I
You
want him to
want him
notice
to
the
be
little things.
focused on the present.
Little
No doubt.
Totally.
He's present. Yep.
Did y'all watch the NFL draft at all?
Did you feel bad after you got thrown out? Did you
Here we
realize
go.
that you ruined LSU
See, I was trying to
baseball
get off
forever?
that. Because I didn't wanna-
I don't think I ruined it. Because no, I remember the play. I was an average runner. Like slight athleticism would be a nice phrase. I got a nice
Great basketball.
I got a
player.
nice lead. Yeah. good.
we
Well, I heard
ran
about
the
the
wreck.
dunk
Oh, in
earlier.
college.
We
Yeah.
we ran the
Well,
wreck.
Does Coach watch this? Because he can be so salty with
No,
me.
he
I
doesn't
kept getting
watch
guys
it.
injured. We go play basketball.
He doesn't watch it, but we did beat Odell and
Oh, you
Jarvis
got
in the wreck.
hurt?
I remember. Like,
Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that we beat
we
Odell and
smoked them.
Thank you. And what did Zach Mettenberger tell me when he couldn't dunk? He said, I bet you can throw a football further than you. And I was like, I don't know if you could do
I don't know
that.
if you can.
I don't know if you could do that.
We
maybe.
played Odell,
He didn't do it,
Jarvis,
though.
Kadron Boone, Mettenberger, and then they always had some other guys in there.
Nope.
Good, he had a good little shot though. He's a Euro big man. He was a Euro.
Yeah, he didn't like to bang
6'5",
down low. He stayed on
6'6".
he stayed on the
But yeah,
outside.
I mean, he's
Luka.
a long dude.
Yeah, well, no, not. I wouldn't call him.
He was the
Luka.
best pong player I ever played against. Though.
Big
He
ping pong.
could-
Beer
Yeah.
pong?
Beer pong.
Can we say? I don't want not.
Oh, you can say-
shade or
Coaches
anything,
for
but yeah.
Alabama.
There's nothing that
He's
goes
playing
on.
acid
Yeah.
pong.
Yeah, he was.
I bet Megberg could have been a pitcher. I mean,
I can
his-
see that.
I bet you
yeah.
mean.
like
Yeah, like
I mean, he had a cannon. I mean, I'm sure he would have been able to
long
throw the ball
Yeah.
pretty hard off the mound. Matt Stafford was a pitcher. Played baseball. I bet you Matt Stafford did the shit out of
Did
it.
you know that he played with Clayton Kershaw?
Did you know? I've never heard that. Did you know they were high school teammates?
How-
they don't talk
High.
about that.
You know that? Nobody's ever talked about it. Just like, did you know Kramer Robertson was the son of Kim Mulkey?
I thought he was adopted.
I didn't. That's what I've heard.
You saw-
Hey, whatever happened to Zach Lee?
He's still pitching.
Came to
No, he's
LSU, was
not. I think
supposed to
he's
be
done.
I think he signed up.
ridiculous quarterback and left and got
He
drafted.
signed up for the team.
Again. Yeah.
Yeah, Dodgers, and then
Yeah, I faced
on
him.
campus?
I faced him. I heard he was awesome.
yeah.
They said I think he fought. He think he should have played football, not baseball. But he got $5 million.
Right.
So, yeah, $5 million
With
to go play
inflation.
baseball. It wasn't
Think about that,
It wasn't. We're not gonna get into that. It wasn't
Financial
eight-
manager.
Yeah, well, you know, you can keep up with inflation, but we're not going to get into it.
Are y'all watching? Are y'all keeping up with the NFL draft
Here
at all?
and there.
Yes.
But really,
You are.
I am.
Okay.
Kind of.
We bet the over/under on Stingley.
Cash.
Nailed it.
Easy
'Cause
ticket.
I mean, easy money. Like over/under started at 9.5, and then ended up being
Oh my
a day
gosh.
later at 7.5 at the pick. I'm like, he's getting drafted in the top 5.
yeah.
He was the first cornerback drafted. Our friend Jack did not believe that. He thought that the guy from Cincinnati was going to be the first guy drafted. Not the case. 3rd overall pick.
For the first
Thank you.
cornerback, or-
Cash it, first cornerback. Cash it to the Texans.
And then he
Now
gets
he's
our
going to the
sloppy
Texans.
seconds.
And he got the sloppy seconds because
Jets
he
fan.
got, yep, that's right behind it. The Jets, though, right? The Jets. You love the draft for the Jets.
Who got the best grade? I always like looking at the grade.
I'll say Stingley's coming to New York, and then 10 seconds later, the Texans make
Texans.
Saints had a good draft. I really did like the Saints draft. I love Chris Olave. I think he is great.
Yeah.
I like the offensive tackle. I think that I like the fact that he's got a little bit of fuck you in him, right? I like the fact that you have to dial back the aggression. I'd rather dial it back than try to make him aggressive. Those are two big areas of needs. Was a starting wide receiver and an offensive tackle, and we got both of them. You have a second-round pick that the draft is starting now in 42 minutes. Yes, is that right? Did I do
42
the math
on the
right?
clock. I'm looking at it, Mike.
42 minutes.
Wow, that's
And that's pretty
prepared.
good math. Quick
Yeah.
math. I should be a financial advisor.
Quick math.
You're studying.
Not for that.
Whoa.
Whoa. So I think that the projections and people are talking about Desmond Ridder being a good pick at that position for the Saints. I like Desmond Ridder. I think that he is. I like what goes on up top for him. I think that he is the most advanced as far as like understanding a defense, making quick decisions.
Can I interrupt your flow? What
Please.
makes you so like that's all pre-snap stuff you watch when you watch him at Cincinnati?
Well, this stuff that I've read,
Yeah.
I haven't really scouted his film that much, but from everything that I've read and the people who have done that,
That's his.
that is what his. Now he ran a
Intangibles.
4.52 at the combine
Yeah,
too, so he's
tools,
athletic.
obviously, yeah.
He's a little lean, but
He's scoring from second base if he's.
he is scoring from second base if there's a base hit, no doubt. But I put a lot of stock in what goes up top in your head, right? Because if you can process and you can process quickly and you can make the decisions quickly on the football field, especially in the NFL, I think that goes a lot longer than just having pure talent. Because if you can't translate that talent, then it's not going to go anywhere, right? Same way I think that a really good route runner can be effective quicker in the NFL than a guy who is just can blow the top off the defense. Because if you teach him how to run routes, he's not going to be as sharp. It's hard to get open in the NFL because guys are so athletic and so good. I'm not saying we should draft Desmond Ridder. I just think that if we did at that pick in the second round, I wouldn't be upset.
It sounds like you're
Sounds
saying
like
we should
it.
take Desmond.
But I don't know who else they would. I mean, we need a safety. I don't want Matt Corral. I know I used to say I want Matt Corral, but I like Desmond Ridder over Matt Corral now. I've changed
Matt
my mind.
Corral is system quarterback.
He's a system
100%.
quarterback. I agree with that.
You saw what happened before. Insert Lane Kiffin, then
Now
see
right.
after.
Right, and now you have Ian Book, which you drafted him basically with a 5th round pick. Like
Doesn't
20th
Nick love Ian Book?
Ian Book, man.
is that
Ian Book,
Paul's
look,
guy?
Ian Book may be a great guy. He was not very good when he played quarterback last
Yeah.
year.
Big brains.
That's what they say, big brains. But it didn't translate
Big
last year.
brains.
That's what they say. Went to
He
Notre
look-
Dame, maybe.
He looks like he is out a lot. It looks like he's on Richmond Street.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
An Ian Book.
I would call you an intelligent human being if you looked at you with your mullet, with your new haircut though. You got the lines in the head and everything.
Oh yeah.
Show the lines.
Young Billy Ray.
Looks good.
Billy Ray.
Gotta go.
Yeah. See, if people knew you, didn't know you, and looked at you, they would think that you were you were unintelligent. I think,
That's what I want to happen.
but you're a very intelligent person.
Premeditated.
You're very.
Love
You
it.
can't judge a book by its cover.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point.
I think you look into. I mean, Albert Einstein
exactly why
had
he does
crazy
it.
hair.
Yeah, look at him. He failed
He
high
invented the
school.
atomic bomb.
That is my
That
whole
was
point.
Oppenheimer.
This whole thing is I'm trying to say that
Really?
you cannot judge.
Yeah.
I thought Albert Einstein did the atomic
That
bomb.
might be a fact check.
Time
worthy.
is relative with old
No.
Einstein.
So what'd he do?
No, that's not right.
Here we go. Here we go. Go on, talk.
You're incorrect there.
I
Give me
thought
your
Albert
conspiracy.
Einstein helped develop
Oppenheimer
the
was
atomic
with the
bomb.
atomic bomb.
That's what I said. He said that. Oppenheimer split the atom. I know that. I read a book.
Oh, I thought you were saying
No,
Oppenheimer
Einstein.
was with Einstein. Okay,
no,
okay.
Einstein discovered the fact
Yeah,
that
the
time
Manhattan
is relative.
Project. Well, yeah,
Manhattan Project is Oppenheimer.
Correct. Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're
Y'all,
They kinda sound
y'all
similar.
brains are
simpatico.
simpatico, 100%.
I love it. We got good things going on this show.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So, my point is, you can't judge a book by its cover, right? I think that
The
if
hatchet.
Desmond Ridder, if Desmond Ridder's there, I think that it's a possibility. I don't know if he's going to be there anyway when we draft, but we need a safety. I don't know. I'm really not that versed with the guys coming out of the draft right now, but I don't know what safety. I thought when we traded up, we always trade up. I thought when we traded up, we weren't going to trade up to get a wide receiver. I thought we were going to trade up because the wide receiver draft is so deep. I thought we were trading up to get Kyle Hamilton. I thought we were trying to get a replacement safety. But maybe we go sign. Maybe Tyron's still in. Maybe Tyron is still available.
Rumors of Tyron to the Eagles, which I thought was bizarre. I don't think he'll sign with the Eagles, but that's what I
Hey,
just saw on
Eagles
Twitter.
made some moves.
Yeah, they
yesterday.
did because they can't draft wide receivers, so they went ahead and
Hey,
traded
so
for one
Eagles
that they
said,
know
"Hey,
is
you know
good."
what? We have the 18th pick. We have the 18th pick in the draft. We're gonna go ahead and give that to the Titans, and we're gonna get AJ Brown and then give him a 4-year, $100 million deal because the Titans didn't want to give him. Now I don't really know how NFL contracts they don't really work. They don't get. He's not getting $100 million.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed.
He's guaranteed $52 million, right? So it was still a good chunk of change, obviously. But then the Titans go ahead and draft Treylon Burks, which is basically the replicated of AJ Brown.
And you
It's
get
the
him on a
same type
rookie
of guy.
deal.
And you get him on a rookie deal. I think Treylon Burks is going to be awesome. So if Treylon Burks is there at 18, I would have been okay with the Saints saying, "Fuck it, we're not going to trade up, and we're going to get him at 16."
I think the Saints made the right move by.
I do.
They read the draft board and they started seeing wide receivers go. And
They
they're
didn't think that they were
Olave's going to
yeah.
go.
It was.
So
It
let's
was. It
go
would have
ahead
been
and
a
make an
risk.
easy move.
It would have been a risk to hold off to get. They liked Olave, obviously.
Well, they traded with the Commanders,
Right.
formerly the football team,
AKA.
and Dylon, and then they go ahead and take the Commanders' pick, which ends up being Chris Olave. Commanders take Dodson from Penn State, so they kind of flip-flopped with what the Commanders thought. I
Right.
guess they both had a read on which wide receiver they wanted, or the Commanders got snubbed.
Yeah, but going like the back end of the draft, the second, third, really that's the back end, second, third, but from like third round on, in New Orleans historically has been nails for them. So fourth round on, right? Like they've been crushing it. So I don't know what they're gonna. I would assume they're probably gonna try to get some defensive back help, unless they think they're gonna get somebody in free agency, which is gonna be interesting to see what the free agency market looks like now because after the draft, because of all these needs, like the receivers are getting picked, quarterbacks really aren't getting drafted, which is kind of crazy. Only one quarterback went in the first round, but I think the Saints had a good draft. I think that it's exciting for the future, and I will say the New York teams they did good.
The Giants, I think the Giants honestly did a little better just because Evan Neal's so good.
Evan Neal is great. I like your quarterback. I hate to say it.
Zach Wilson.
I do like Zach Wilson a lot.
His mother?
And I don't even know what his mom
What's the deal with his mom?
Oh, she was like the steal of the draft last year. She
She's-
was,
But that's what they say
She's
about
presentable.
Aiden Hutchinson. His mom's apparently hot.
yeah.
You know
What
what
they
clip
say.
they keep playing that's hilarious is CeeDee Lamb taking his phone from his girlfriend.
It was
They
an
keep
all-time draft
replaying that
moment.
one.
What's the clip?
They're sitting on the couch and he gets drafted and his girlfriend takes his phone and he looks over and just
Take it back. Yeah.
takes it back.
Well, he had
No
two
way.
phones.
I got.
She didn't know
two?
which one.
She got
phones.
the plug. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah. One is a GM on the
kept-
line, and one
yeah.
is a different kind of GM on
Yeah,
the line. And they
Kept replaying that
yeah,
one.
and,
It
and
was so
he was
funny.
just like, "What are you're out? You're out."
Yeah.
Speaking of girlfriends at the draft,
Aiden
my
Hutchinson. No.
God,
Kyle
Pickett.
Who was the handshake? Who was the handshake?
that was Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton, who actually grew up an LSU fan, right? Like
Yeah, but he ran a 4.85. He ain't good. That's not DBU, coach.
is that what he ran?
Yeah, slow.
He ran a
He ran that at the
4.85
combine or like a high school. Why? That's
At
why
pro
he go to
day.
LSU.
at pro day.
Did you see that play he made against Florida?
Yeah, I know.
That's the only one. That's the only one they show.
I know. Anyway, him and his girlfriend had his handshake. Like they've been dating since high school. Like
Yeah.
she's nice. She's an
That
attractive.
seems like a Brian Kelly kind of prospect.
It was a 13th overall pick, bro.
Well, I'm just saying,
He was
dates since
good.
high school. Like
He's a
probably
6 foot. First of all, he's a
communion
6
from
foot
the
4.
tongue.
He's a 6'4", 220-pound free safety.
Yeah.
He's enormous. Like that's
Taylor
he's
Mays.
bigger than Taylor Mays.
Seattle
I would
product.
think.
O'Dea
Soft.
High School.
Who else? Who are your high school teammates in basketball?
Well, we had an Avery Bradley in there.
You don't know your brothers in the NBA.
Yeah, one of the
All
better
defensive
defenders.
team.
One of the better defenders ever to play the game.
You know him, Celtics.
10 years ago.
Locked down,
Yeah.
I know.
He's a Laker.
I remember I thought I was a good basketball player. Swung varsity as a freshman. Don't like to talk about it, but
Could dunk.
I'm thinking I'm really good going into sophomore
No
year.
shot.
I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be a big year for me as a basketball player. And then Avery comes in. I was like, it's a different look right there. That's a little better. It's about me.
Yeah, it's cool. It's about me and my family. And, like you can be part of it, but let's not try to steal the thunder. Also, did you see the guy get drafted and go the opposite direction?
He ran.
No, he went the wrong. He thought he was going to the thing. So he was going the wrong way. This was like early in the first
It
round.
was Sauce.
It was
It was Sauce Gardner. That's the
He had
first
to
pick.
hold his
That's your guy.
chains. Yeah.
That's your
There
guy.
was a
Hey,
There
change
was
the
a-
direction
Which
all time.
he was going with he had a sauce diamond chain that said sauce on it, right?
that is awesome.
And so he's going the wrong way, and they tell him like, "Hey, you're going the wrong way." He comes back and he has to run, so he has to hold on to his chain while he's running to the stage to go. Also,
Kenny Pickett's girlfriend. All-time shine stealer.
She was
yeah, that's what you
presentable.
said. I didn't see that. I was watching more of the Pelicans game than the draft. I was just keeping up with the draft through the app, and I want to get into the Pelicans game a little bit, but that's I don't know. You can
It was,
explain.
I mean, if
don't
anybody
know.
remembers the Russell Wilson meme where the girlfriend is all teeth, all gums, very excited,
like mouth wide open.
and Russell ends up with Sierra, so all-time
Yeah.
star turn for him. This
Yeah.
girl is in that same vein, and hey, everybody should be excited, but she was holding on to the arm. She's wondering early on why he's not getting drafted earlier, like cutting daggers at him.
Wanna
And
hear-
then
Are
he
we all
gets
fans
drafted.
of Russell on this show, or do y'all not like Russell?
I don't like
I'm
Russell. He's
off
got
Russell now.
14 different
You're
personalities.
off Russell.
Very, very much so off.
I think
Russell.
he's fake.
And so I was just in Seattle Seattle. I got a pulse from like diehard Seahawks.
They don't
I'm
like
talking
him.
like 30 of
Do
them.
they not like him because he
They
left?
do not like.
Don't
No,
you mean 12
before
of them?
that, it was all the 12th man.
The
yeah.
12th, yeah.
It was all don't really believe Russell's
Right,
about
that's the thing, it
everything
doesn't
he
come
says
off genuine.
It's about the optics for him. That was like some like diehard Seahawks fan when I was home.
Yeah.
They all felt the same
Go
way.
Hawks.
So let me tell you a little funny draft story about what happened to me in my draft. So draft is a crapshoot. Every sport, right? I was told before the draft by my agent.
Talk about
he was-
City.
Yeah, my grandma. You remember the story? Were you there?
Wait, your
wasn't there,
grandmother
but
was your
it's okay.
agent?
No. My grandma was at my house. So like, I got invited to go to New York to go MLB draft, like MLB Network. Do that. I said no. I can't stay at my house. I was projected to go between the 12th and the 15th pick in the draft, right? That's where I was projected to go. These teams were like, whatever. Well, one thing happens and guy falls and a guy falls. That's what happens, right? Some people fall in the draft for some unknown reason, whatever. So we keep falling. My agent calls me. He's like, all right, 18 looks like the A's said, he called me at like 13. Hey, if you get to 18, there's only one guy on this draft board that the A's would pick. They don't think he's going to be there. The A's want to draft you with the 18th pick. Okay, great. That person was Sonny Gray. He was still there. They drafted him. Boston drafted Matt Barnes, who's still in the big leagues at 19. I wanted to go and I wanted to play for Boston. They had 2 picks in the first round, whatever. So we get to like 21st, 22nd, 23rd. And I'm sitting down, and like you can cut the tension with a knife in the room, right? So my mom's house, all my family. I knew I was gonna get picked in that somewhere. This is further than I thought was gonna happen.
Wait, they told you 12 and 15,
Yeah,
and now we're
right.
at 30.
So we're not even at 30 yet. We're in the mid 20s. So I'm sitting. It's me. It's my mom, my grandmother, rest in peace, and
you
my
killed her?
uncles. She passed away like 6 years ago.
During the
Like,
draft?
No. So I'm sitting down there, and my grandmother's like, and only she could do this. It was quiet. We're watching TV. It was like a commercial. Nobody's talking. Attention. She goes, she's from Oakdale, Louisiana. Very
My
small
country,
town.
let's
God's
go.
country.
Yeah. She goes, well, Mikey, I don't think anybody wants you. And like everybody started busting out laughing. And I'm like, wow, thank you. We needed that. Like this happened, and then the Rays ended up drafting me. That's a whole nother story, but they ended up drafting me 31st pick, and it worked out. But the draft is a crapshoot. It's very stressful. And to have a grandmother who has no filter
Great
to be
feel
able
for the
to
moment.
drop.
Savvy sold
I
separately.
mean, she did not
Nobody
mean
wants
to.
you.
Yeah.
But nobody wants you, Mikey. I'm like, well,
Hell, you can work here.
I think you're right. Actually, I think nobody wants me.
You just did a lock for the city of Oakdale right there.
Yeah, shout out Oakdale. If you listen, anybody
Remember y'all
listens.
hyped up when we went there? Like I got there and like, hey, we got a Sonic now. I was like, wow,
Oh
that's
yeah.
big.
Oh
sell.
yeah.
That was a
There's not
selling
much.
point.
You know. There's not much there.
No.
Man,
You just-
everywhere has a Sonic.
Yeah, everybody. But this
Sonic and a Walmart everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yep, that's what they have. That's their big thing. But draft's kind of a crapshoot. I don't know. I mean, I like watching it. It's just the NFL draft's too fucking long, man. Mid last too
Well,
long.
the thing is, all the picks
Also-
come in, and they don't get to them.
And then they go there and they start talking like, what the fuck was Goodell and them doing? What were they doing? Like, every time the Saints had a pick, it was 15 minutes of some special
Fluff.
thing. Now, the second time was the military. Okay, that's fine.
Well,
the
the
first time,
What was the
the
flip there?
first time, and then they had the Make-A-Wish guy who was awesome. But I think that he had like a heart or some surgery, and he wants to be he was hyped, like he was pumping up the crowd. He was like pumping. He was hyped. And then I don't know if he was supposed to do this, but
What are you gonna tell them?
the guy comes up there. They announce the draft pick. Was it for the Giants?
Nothing.
He came on Thibodeau, right? And so he also is very comfortable in front of the camera and comfortable in his own skin. So he goes there and he takes the picture with Goodell, right? This guy runs in and gets in the picture. I don't know if he's supposed to or not, like if that was planned, but like I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Good for you. Like, good for you for getting into the picture. That's going to be like,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
Also, when did Goodell start making handshakes? He had a handshake with Kayvon Thibodeau.
Oh, he's been doing that for a while. It turned into like look, Goodell has this thing, right? Where every time he goes out to
Is
introduce...
Goodell sneaky cool or?
That's the vibe I get.
I think so,
Maybe
right?
they
Like-
like
This
him
is
a little
what-
I
bit.
think he's sneaky cool.
I've heard
He also
the
makes
fans
40.
hate him, but
He
he's
also
great
makes
at what he
40
does.
plus $1 million
Yeah.
a year.
Can you? Yeah.
Am
you gotta-
I getting you in trouble? That we're
No, we're good. We're cooking.
you sure?
You got
Good.
something. You got something to.
No, I'm good.
I mean, he's too cool for the whole show. So
no, I'm
get it.
cool. We're good.
I'm like a peer
Stuck in
pressure.
traffic?
I'm peer pressuring
stuck
him
in
on.
traffic.
Stuck
Okay,
in traffic.
perfect.
It's backed up
Wait
right
till
now.
Hey.
you're waiting till the traffic subsides and you're drinking.
I want
getting ready.
another Mikey mule.
Ask for a mic'd up mule.
I need a mic'd up Mikey mule.
I'm
I don't
getting
think
little
anybody
Mikey
can-
to get
Zeckies.
out of the show, he's gonna leave.
are
I don't think
and
anybody
come
can
back.
hear you.
Mic'd up Mikey mule. That's a mouthful.
A lot of
Sounds like
whistling.
Augusta in
No,
here.
but I think that he is sneaky cool.
Well,
I
the
get
thing
that vibe.
is, he's figured out the buffer because he used to go on the stage and get booed religiously.
He still
Now
gets a little bit.
Yeah, but he has to go out there alone. But he's figured out if I bring out people from the team with me, you're not going to boo David
That's
Carr,
smart.
Correct.
who looks like
That's such a good point. Yeah.
he's got. What, I don't know what the look that David Carr was going for with the mohawk and like the skin and the eyes.
David or Derek?
Derek, which one? Oh, the brothers.
I mean, David went
Yeah.
one overall.
Yeah, but for the Texans, it has no bearing in Las Vegas. The brother, Derek, bomb it down the fairway, has the mohawk, the eyeballs. He just looks bizarre.
Which I also think the draft should be in Las Vegas every year.
Well, no,
Yeah.
a lot of trouble there.
No, every year. It went smoothly last night.
You don't know that. Have you seen the reports yet?
Wait,
No, but
the product went smoothly.
Oh, yeah.
it looked
Ice
awesome.
Cube came out
Dude,
the stands.
you had scouts and coaches like relaxing,
Yeah, getting boozed up.
doing videos from the pool. Like that's it's a draft, bro. You already know what's happening.
Yeah.
You basically already have what you're gonna do.
You just said the draft's the crapshoot.
Yeah, I know, because for the player, because you don't know what the teams are thinking, but the team knows what they're thinking. I would hope. If not, then they're not in a good position.
If it's a crapshoot, you might as well do it in
Might
Vegas.
as well,
No
yeah.
doubt.
Be in
Shoot
Vegas.
craps.
Gambling.
Yeah.
I thought the Pro
See?
Bowl went well, and then Alvin Kamara got arrested after it.
Yeah, well, somebody should talk shit to Alvin Kamara. Get your ass
Free
beat.
him.
He's fine. He's good now.
Yeah, nobody's gotten in trouble in Las Vegas this year at all in the NFL.
Ever. Nobody got drunk driving. Nothing.
Nothing. Not going fast at all.
Not 125 miles an hour
Yeah,
or anything.
great 40 time.
Great 40 time. Lightning can break to take the top off the defense. Loves to
Yeah.
go fast.
Yeah. Longest yard too.
That's not look. Can't be joking about that. It was a very
Yeah,
serious
correct.
thing. It happened.
It did.
Very
in Las
unfortunate.
Vegas, that's what I'm saying. It's not a great city for every.
You can do that
everything.
anywhere.
There's not
If
like
you're
a
in
long
Vegas,
strip of-
there's no reason to be on a car anyway. Like you're in the strip.
you're trying to sell me that Las Vegas is safe.
I'm not saying it's safe, but I'm saying that it's fun for the NFL to have a draft there.
It is. I think
And
they should do it every year.
people are
Let's do
going
it
to want to
again.
go. It's going to be more of a destination than going to New York or going anywhere else.
Nashville, they did it there.
Nashville would be great.
Ruined that girl's
Now look,
basketball
I
fun.
understand. Now next year it's in Detroit.
Motor City, let's go.
Yeah.
I thought you loved Detroit.
Look, I had some good moments in Detroit. Okay, I met some good friends.
Do you
from
think they'll let
Detroit.
you announce a pick?
I don't. I think Mickey would probably get that over me.
3,000 hits.
3,000 hits. I think that.
What if you go over the
Miggy
fence,
also-
grab the envelope, come back with it
We'll see what happens when I go over the fence. I usually knock the ball over
over the fence into
yeah.
Miggy's hands?
Yeah, right. That'd be great. But Miggy announced that he wanted to be involved with the organization after his career's up, like whether that's special assistant, and I'm sure he will be. So I would assume that he's probably him, or if the Lions really wanted to do something special and bring their fans get them back involved, and basically like water under the bridge type thing, they should bring Calvin Johnson in and announce a pick.
I like that call.
That's what they should do because they have a better rift between Calvin Johnson and the.
Well, they owe him a ton of money.
Yeah, and they apparently they have been mending the fence. You bring him in, you show goodwill.
You know what you do? You draft him.
I don't think you can draft somebody that's already been drafted, Floyd.
Well, people are unretired. Look at Gronk. He's
Yeah, but
retired
you
and
don't draft
unretired
him.
$1 million.
Sign him. You have to sign
Sign him.
Yeah.
You sign him.
Sign and
Sign
trade
Calvin
with
Hey,
Don't
themselves.
waste a first
the
round
Lions
pick.
are gonna sneaky be okay.
Is
I
there
think-
anybody more Detroit than who they drafted?
Well, he's from Michigan.
Right.
He went to Michigan.
Aiden
Yeah.
Aiden. Looks.
I mean,
That's
with
a
the
Dan
presentable
Campbell
mom,
guy.
you guys said?
That's what I've heard. I didn't know that.
This show's not gonna be long enough. I have so much more I want to talk about, but this is not Friday's show. Friday's off the rails all the time.
This is great.
I know. I was trying
You
to
got
get
thunder and
another-
lightning
another
over
Zeckies.
here.
Can we get another couple more mic'd up mules? Look at that.
Oh, he's got the
So
shaker
good.
in hand.
Not only-
Uncle Earl's
not-
automatic.
Not
Uncle
only
Earl's.
do you get good drinks, and you can get a mic'd up mule for $5 on Fridays, but you get great service.
What is a
It
big
should
roll
be
special?
two for
What is a big roll
$8.
special?
Some mic'd up mules.
$5.
Mules,
$5 mic'd up mules, and then there's another special
Styrofoam
that-
cups.
It should be $8.
Yeah, but that's too expensive. Nobody
2
wants
for
those.
$8.
Nobody, 2 for $8. Ooh, look at you.
2 there.
Hey, we should do mic'd up mules, 2 for $8. Number 8.
Yeah.
Look, he likes that.
There we go.
Excellent service.
That one's free. Next one's going to cost you.
But yeah, I don't know what we're talking about, but
Some with a draft, some
Something
with
about the
Calvin
draft,
Johnson.
this and that.
You should be a GM.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of Kevin Costner in you in draft day.
Like, I'm
when you
sitting
did your
here
little
thinking of
did
draft
they go to his
day?
birthday party? That's a big.
Yeah.
That is a big thing.
quarterback Beau.
Do
Beau, whatever his
they
name was.
like? Do
Bo
his
Wallace.
teammates-
Was
Beau
he,
Wallace.
Beau Wallace. Was he
No,
at
that's the
Halloween?
NASCAR
Nobody
driver.
went to his birthday
No,
party.
Bo Wallace was the guy that played quarterback at Ole Miss.
Bo
Yeah.
what?
Good call.
Bo
Beau. What was the guy in the draft day though?
I don't know. Somebody look it
Bo
up.
Wallace?
It was Beau something.
We have the internet. Look, Google
Yeah, it
it.
was something.
But that means okay. I know everybody
blowing it
laughs
on
about
names
that, and the
today.
draft day was not a great movie.
What?
Was
Bo
not a great
Callahan.
movie.
Bo
Bo
Callahan.
Callahan.
Yeah,
What a
Tom
name.
Callahan's son.
For who did he trade up for Mac, Khalil Mack?
Yeah. Wow.
That's
That's
a great
what
movie.
happened.
That's a great
Who
movie.
doesn't like it? Except Will
Me?
Davis. Will, you're wrong.
He's having a
Talking about
great.
right there.
Listen,
That's a great movie.
I don't think it was entertaining to me, right? But
He was in the closet a lot
People-
with that girl. Like, if your GM's in the closet that often, they're meeting to discuss, like, draft picks, but it's
Yeah.
seems
Did
like
they-
they're
did they- weren't they,
Gardner,
like,
and she's got
dating?
She's got a good head on her
Did
That's
they
what I'm
end up
saying. You're not
getting
really
together?
working, are you?
we're working something.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that I know that's funny. It's a funny easy to make fun of because of that. But that's a real thing. When you get to the top part of the draft, it's more than everybody's talented, right? The top 3 guys in the draft could eat probably the top 5 guys talent wise could go 1 overall. But it's what separates them. And the whole thing was, did he go to his birthday party?
Wow, that's
He had
as good-
nobody
that's
from
as
his
good as it
team.
gets right
Look at the service.
Wow.
Look at the service. Shout out.
It's a
Uncle
Lanois
Earl's, man.
establishment.
I mean, it just can't get better
That
than
is-
this.
Once again.
I'm a little
Man,
toasty
What,
right
Lloyd,
now,
did you
for
get
being honest.
you got left out there?
Yeah.
That's quality.
You want
all
mine?
right.
You're like, oh,
No, I don't want yours.
I got some
Maybe
Here,
we'll
Floyd,
split
get
it.
you a.
half-eaten limes.
Just split it. Just split.
I don't trust myself. You do it.
I don't want to spill. That is more important than my stuff.
Very easy. I bartended 3 years in college.
Did you? Where'd you? Did
I
you really?
didn't.
Oh.
Hey, he
JL's.
also worked at Dick's. Ask him when he
Richards.
Ask him when he quit. Ask him when he
When
quit.
did you
Day
quit?
before Black Friday. Too stressful.
Too much going. Yeah, I don't even-
I didn't think
No
it was going
way
to be
you
that
work at
busy.
Black Friday.
That's
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
make it. They were 5 to 5, coach. 5 a.m. to 5
They
p.m.
probably were so mad at you too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
this
they said,
guy.
have you ever heard of a 2 weeks? I was like, yeah, it's today.
It's like quitting before the national championship game.
It
Like,
was.
Coach, I'm
It's
turning
out.
my
Don't
pads
draft.
in.
I'm undraftable.
I'm turning my pads
It's like
in.
people here at Earl's quitting before Earlapalooza. Like, hey, I'm not gonna. I'm done. I'm not
done.
working here. What do you mean you're not working? We have this is the biggest day of the year. What do you mean you're not working?
Bo Callahan.
You
over
have to
there.
work. Nope, I'm
Couldn't
out.
make it.
Bo
You
Callahan
had
over
people
there.
go to your birthday party though.
Absolutely. Fun
course.
zone.
It's great.
I mean, Lloyd is the life of the party, no doubt.
These are delicious.
Do you think?
they are good.
Do you think that this is completely separate of what we're talking about, but trying to get us back onto sports?
Do you think
at
if I
some
worked
point?
harder, I could have played for LSU? Probably, yeah.
I wasn't gonna ask that, but I'm glad.
Tyler
that,
Hanover's
I'm
out
glad
there.
that. Yeah, but can you hit the ball as far as Tyler Hanover?
Tyler-
When Tyler Hanover first got to this
Has
is
some juice.
This is not a joke. When he first got to LSU, he was 5'6". He
Check.
had a huge dip in his mouth,
Check.
and he would wear tight shirts,
Oh.
and he would show up to BP, and this is not an exaggeration. His first round of batting practice, he was hitting balls off of the scoreboard. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
And he's 5'6", and he's
Juice
hitting balls
monkey.
off the fucking scoreboard. And he was the first freshman to play that year. He played well, and then he stopped hitting homers throughout his career. And it was he has the record for most sack bunts.
Does he?
Wow.
Yep, he beat Mike Hollander.
Wow.
So that makes me feel like I could play.
wow.
It makes
Tyler,
me
shout
feel
out
like,
to
He
Tyler.
was, now he had a fucking cannon.
Hose, yeah. When he would crow hop and throw it 110 across
Yeah,
the
yeah.
infield.
Hey, he could.
Yeah.
He could rip it.
rip it.
Yeah, but he would crow hop. He would crow hop across the diamond. But my question was,
Got it there.
do you think the Pelicans? Do you think the
Throw you out
Pelicans
from
going
center
into
field.
next year, with the amount of talent and freshmen they have coming back, and well, we got distracted.
Got a little distracted. That's
And
fine.
with the amount of rookies coming back, amount of talent they have coming back, and amount of
Beef.
Zion apparently being invested in the team and saying that he would sign his extension tomorrow, do you think they are a top 3 seed going into next year? Based off of what they showed this
what
year.
is coming out about Zion finally wanting to be in New Orleans now?
They interviewed
what are his
Zion.
sources. He's making.
He literally said this verbally. He said, what has changed or why do you want to be? He goes, yes, I saw like the vibe in the locker room is completely different than it was last year. And if they asked him, would you sign an extension if it was offered to you this summer because he's up for an extension? He said, yes, I couldn't sign fast enough.
Yeah. Okay. I saw that heading.
And so
headline.
he is apparently bought in. He said physically he was ready, but he said between him, his teammates, and the staff and the organization, they agreed that long-term, the longevity of his health long-term is more important than playing this year. That's what he said. They said that everybody agreed on it, right? So they assumed.
Did Herb Jones fall to the second? Was he our second-round pick?
Yes.
He might be the best second-round pick. He is an absolute
He should have been the defensive player of the year.
So good.
Over Smart.
You don't love Herb?
No, he does. He's a Celtics fan. He's a Celtics fan.
Bridges is better than Marcus Smart's better than
No, Marcus Smart. I'll give you Bridges. Marcus Smart, you lose me.
Marcus Smart got defensive player of the year.
I know
though.
he did. There's a lot of
political.
politics going into that. Yeah.
Hey, did you watch Winning Time?
Yeah, correct. Oh, that's the best
Magic
show on
knew.
TV. Yeah, I know.
Magic knew. He goes, David Stern. How about David Stern? Just they're like really pumping
How
David
good he
Stern
is
up
as
a
a
little bit in
businessman.
that.
A lot of Star Wars talk in that scene.
There really
Yeah.
was.
Threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
When he came in as I'm the.
And he was
Jedi.
like, he goes, the players built on that. He goes, yeah, but do they?
Do they?
And he was like, well,
Well, I mean, Magic wasn't a great businessman. Is a great
you
businessman.
understand.
That's cool. They're
And
showing
that was the moment. It was
Could
like,
have been a
and
better
then-
businessman if he signed with Phil Knight and Nike.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's.
But that's not his fault. That's the girl that he was having relations with. Dad
Not
influencing
Cook.
that,
Not
wanting the
Cook.
money right away,
Cook.
not having
Who's
foresight
married now.
to see like, hey, this guy. And Magic knew when Phil Knight talked to him
If you watched
and
Winning Time yet.
and
He tried to give me
approached him and
I
gave him
started
the
Succession.
offer, he knew that he was
I've
different.
been.
What were we talking about over
I
there?
was trying to get him on Winning Time.
You told me about
You've
Winning
got to
Time.
watch it,
I know.
dude.
I
Now-
started Succession.
Now it's a little.
There's an
it's like,
agenda to it.
I
There's an
wouldn't
agenda
watch
to
it.
it.
I wouldn't watch it with your parents.
Yeah, a little edge, a little
So it's-
political,
it's-
issues,
Tommy's
a little
seen
edge,
worse.
but it's
I-
great.
The opening scene is impressive.
Yeah,
I will say
the
that.
basketball's pretty good too.
The basketball is good.
Jerry West is Nate Fury, by the way.
Yeah, but Jerry West is mad because Jerry West is being portrayed as not
Perfect.
being Jerry
Well,
West.
he's salty about it, but
That's the
But-
most Jerry,
But Jerry
West
West
thing
is
of all
what turned
time.
Magic into Magic. The conversation, the last episode with conversation with
Winning Time
Magic.
is based off the most credible biography about the book's called Winning Time that they wrote. That like sources were checked, everything. So like Jerry West, based off of that,
And this is
was
the
a
first
pretty
time we
accurate
have, not the
portrayal.
second time we actually have an audience, sort of semi-audience. The first time was, well, you don't have to show. There's not that many people.
Audio.
I know. I wanted to like
There's a
leave
few
it up
people.
to like imagination.
Oh.
The first time was right before Palooza. I was like, whoa, it was loud. So, but it was great.
To answer your question, the Pelicans are gonna be a problem in the West for the next
I think that they have a
4 to
with
5 years.
like they have. I mean, they are good, dude.
You're not on the Pelicans train?
He's from Boston.
Timberwolves can make the jump.
Timberwolves are my team. If they
I didn't say a top in the. I said top 3, maybe 4, top 4 seed.
Timberwolves win tonight, by the way, bet that.
Bet that.
Take money line on Timberwolves. I'm telling you.
Okay, I said top 4. I think they have the ability to sneak into that top 4. I really
Yeah.
do. Brandon
Jazz are gonna fall
Brandon Ingram took an enormous. Like, he was always good, but he took an enormous step forward. And having CJ makes the biggest difference for me.
Yeah.
I think having that type of guy on the
You
team.
throw Zion in there, Zion. Yeah.
Well, Zion, but they didn't even play with Zion this year. That's my
That's
point.
what I
It's
mean,
like
yeah.
now you have a big 3, then you have Valanciunas. Like and your rookies balled.
So compare them to Dallas for the next 4 to 5 years.
I think they're better than Dallas.
Because Jalen Brunson's going to leave.
Yeah, I think they're better than
And
Dallas.
that's true. That's true.
I think they're better than Dallas. I really do.
Yeah.
I think I love Willie Green. I think he is.
You see him crying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Willie's.
I think he is the best person they could have hired for that job, right? I think he's respect. Everybody respects him.
Yeah, players run
He's
through a wall.
super
for him.
intelligent. Like, his in-game adjustments throughout the play. His first time being in the playoffs as a coach, a head coach, and like his adjustments and the way he. I mean, look, dude. Sometimes I thought they were gonna when Booker went. I thought they were gonna win the series. sometimes you got to tip your cap because Chris Paul went 14
What's
for 14.
Booker's timetable?
He's
came
back. He played yesterday.
last night. You just made me
Sports
bet.
show. Sports show.
You just made me bet on the Timberwolves. You seemed so.
Huh?
If he
I do think
I missed
Memphis.
last
Okay,
night.
so speaking of bets, I do think Memphis is going to win this game. I have them at -1. I think they're going to end the series. I'm riding with Ja.
If you break the Timberwolves down talent-wise,
I know that.
I don't know if their coach has
I'm
it.
riding with Ja.
Poster.
Bro.
I put a poster.
That was a charge.
We could also have Ja. The Pelicans could have Ja. Now, if Zion's on the court, I know he's balls out every time he's on the court. He hasn't been healthy, but Ja is like,
Yeah.
he's unbelievable. You know, and I like his energy. I like his swag.
Westbrook 2.0.
I think he's gonna be better than Westbrook.
Rose.
Tell you what, I'm excited
think it's
for our
Derrick
Monday
Rose.
basketball game.
I don't
Monday
know.
basketball
I don't
game
know
might be-
much about NBA basketball. I don't know much about college basketball. I like LSU basketball. But Monday night.
Speaking of LSU basketball, huge commitment.
That's basketball.
Who do we get?
We got a 6'10", 4-star decommitted. He decommitted from Florida, signed with us. The top 50 player.
4-star by who?
He's a top 50 player.
Okay.
I don't know.
ESPN?
I'll tell
There's
you.
gonna be some top
For
50
basketball, you
players.
got to go ESPN. Rivals, 24. It's not good. You got to go ESPN.
That's the one thing they're good at.
ESPN basketball is
Nails.
so much better than what else is out there. Scout, all this. Yeah.
How do you find that? Can someone
Scout,
find that up?
Ken Ramsey.
ESPN top 100.
Hey, there's going to be top 50 basketball Monday night at
Yeah.
6 p.m.
At Catholic High.
Now people are going to show up. You can't,
Huh?
you can't sit over there. We're going to have,
Really?
At,
we're gonna have to
Where do you see
charge
that?
entry
it's at
fee.
LA Fitness
Huh?
on Segan.
We're
Segan
going
is
to
there.
charge
If
a-
we get Allen,
you can
if we
make
get
bank,
Adam
$20
Miller
entry
back,
fee.
Going to
Sign up.
TCU.
You guys
Hold
have
on.
to donate it to Catholic
these guys are
High.
having their own conversation.
No, we're not talking
Can't pocket
Catholic
that.
High here.
We're talking about our Monday basketball, Mike, that
Talking
you're
about
going to be
Monday
a part
basketball.
I understand.
of. And me and you don't
You're-
get on the same team this time.
Apparently,
We're on the same team.
Apparently, Beau-
yeah,
if
we're
If we
not
don't
guarding
play,
each other.
if we don't play on the same
hey, how we
team,
doing? I'm good, man.
if we don't play on the same
Good
team,
to
then we
see
guard
you.
each other. We don't score. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
correct. And it's,
I'm a fucking lockdown defender.
Apparently, like,
Hey,
you can jam.
I'm a high
huh?
flyer.
yeah,
too,
we're good
though.
players.
Ask him.
Mikey's got a Division I jump shot.
Hey,
We got some
I got you.
Rabble
fans
rousers.
talking.
Hey, we got a good crowd here today.
What was he talking about? It looks like he just escaped prison.
Did you pull up the top 100?
I can't find out.
They're always-
Yeah,
they're always
I
good.
got rattled.
Adam Miller's coming back
it's
to
fun to go
LSU.
back.
That's what they say. He said, according to our
Sources.
sources, and last time according to our sources, it was wrong. But our,
John Rothstein tweeted it.
John Rothstein knows, said that Adam
Is that
Miller.
a Jewish joke?
Huh?
John Rothstein knows?
Yeah. It's not as reliable.
He knows, like, knows what's going
Oh,
on.
KNOWS.
K-N-O-W. I don't get
Correct.
I missed your joke.
That's okay.
It went over my head. I'm sorry.
That's
I
okay.
apologize. But he said that Adam Miller is between LSU and TCU, which, why would you go to TCU?
Yeah.
Like, come back.
Who's at TCU right now?
Jamie Dixon.
Yeah. Pittsburgh.
But, I mean, if Adam Miller comes back, I mean, we are
Stacked.
stacked. Like, everybody was talking shit on me. I told y'all just relax.
We talked to Matt McMahon today. I like him.
I know that, but everybody was so worried about it. I was like, y'all fucking relax. Give the guy a shot to, like, figure it out.
I missed the tantric, though. This is very married.
No, y'all got too emotionally invested, and well, wait. I mean, fair
Fell in
fair
love with a
enough.
stripper.
Fair enough, because y'all are close, y'all knew him, y'all are friends with him. Like, I like
Tough.
Will Wade, but I
Tough.
think that there was something missing as far as we've talked about this, as far as offensive sets and being an offensive.
Yeah.
Look, he did great recruiting. Obviously, maybe too good. You know,
It's up
He
for
did
debate.
just as good as everyone else.
He's
right?
correct.
But he
Here
just
we
didn't
are.
do
He
it.
did just as good
He
as
just
everybody
was- He
else.
just did it more openly.
I can't.
Do you ever
No,
watch-
I'm
at
with
LSU.
you. I'm with you.
You're at LSU.
I'm
You
with
have
you,
to do it more
but you have to have a bag guy. He didn't have a bag man.
had
He
a
did it
bag
himself
He had a bad. He
out
had,
of his own pocket. You can't. It's too much of a money trail.
Unsubstantiated.
I just
That was
feel like-
TCU.
Yeah, you just can't.
he was doing what everybody was doing for the past 20 years.
No, correct.
It's
And
just he's
you know,
at
I'm with you.
LSU, so we
No,
we just
it's not because of
magically get
LSU.
good.
It was because he started doing it and it was openly, and he got caught on, and then it was a target on his back, and he didn't hide it. He kept doing it.
Hell yes.
That's it. That's where we're at. I'm not
He was
saying
just- he was
I'm not
just-
saying he was wrong, because
Yeah.
everybody does do it. He just should have been a little sneakier with
Yeah, a
it.
little more discreet.
All
Gotta
gas,
cheat
no
better.
brakes.
That's right.
Matt McMahon obviously does that. I don't know if he's cheating, but that's what he's doing. He's recruiting.
Mark Few doesn't do that.
Yeah, because Mark Few goes over to Europe. They don't know better.
No, not anymore. Now they get domestic talent.
And still lose.
Your boy.
As long as they're in the WCC, they'll never.
What's
they'll
your
never
boy?
win a championship.
Chet.
That's a fact.
Chet Holmgren. He disappointed you this year, didn't he?
He didn't disappoint
Yeah,
me.
he
He's still gonna be the
disappointed
1 or 2, but like to impact games,
He disappointed you.
a little bit.
He needs some
Timmy's
F45.
the guy.
They will never win a national championship from the WCC. You can mark that down. It's
They're not going to change conferences, though.
no. There's been talks for the last 5 years. Pac-12.
That would be huge.
If they were in the Pac-12,
But they don't have a
they'd
football
have 4
team.
national
They don't have a
championships by
football
now.
team.
No, you can do it per sport. You can do it.
Oh, sure is. Notre Dame does it for Big
Yeah.
East, right? In basketball? And
When
in
you
baseball.
go, like if they played if March Madness was in November, they'd have 10 national championships because they beat everybody. They play all the best
If
teams.
was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, too.
You're right. I'll stop. I'll get off my Gonzaga train.
No, I like it.
Well, then you play San Francisco, Santa Clara, Pepperdine for 3 months, and then all of a sudden you get to the tournament, and you're not ready for it. That's what happened. But if they play the tournament, non-conference,
But then they
that's
get
where
to the Final
beat
Four and the Elite Eight and they lose, though. Like they start playing. I guess I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
If
Like,
they're- yeah,
you
they-
have me so on Gonzaga every year. I pick them to win it, and I get my heart broken.
I know.
Not as much as you. Now, when Gonzaga plays, don't text Beau. He won't respond to you. If they lose, he won't talk to you.
I've been better.
You have been better.
about it. Yeah, I've been better
You have
about
been
it.
better.
But
I'm
all
the same
have
way.
very similar traits.
I'm the same.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the same way with LSU.
With
He
LSU,
knows.
yeah, same
He
thing.
knows. I know how he feels, so I talk to him as a friend, like not trying to rub it in. 'Cause I can't stand with my friends who don't know or do know.
Look, when you make
and
contributions
purposely
to the
make fun
Kennel
of me,
Club
I
every
hate that.
year, you're invested.
Absolutely.
The Kennel Club's a big deal.
Yeah. Westminster Dog Show.
I got a handwritten note from Mark Few for Christmas.
The
Hey, how,
Kennel Club.
You know?
How?
That's better than the Vandy Boys, but it's a close second.
Hey, here's a
Vandy
question for you though.
Boys.
This is a legitimate question.
Lamest thing of all time.
Legitimate question.
Kennel Club's actually cool.
Villanova,
Yeah.
Jay Wright.
Yeah.
He's not
Lakers.
retired.
Lakers.
Lakers. No
Lakers.
doubt, right?
Yeah, correct.
No doubt. I mean, you don't retire the way he is, how
He's
good of a
Lakers.
coach he is, and his look.
Still
You're
healthy.
Lakers.
So, yeah, he's
Pat
an
Riley
NBA.
2.0.
I mean, 100%.
He's going to be the guy that can do it. That can do the NBA because he has that. He's not going to come in.
Well, he's
trying-
like Billy Donovan.
Yeah.
And like, who's the guy that coaches the Celtics?
Yeah. But you were talking about Brad Stevens.
I was talking about Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
Next LSU head coach.
How much swag? Did
No. Yeah. If Brad Stevens left and came back, no, get out of here.
How great's Quinn's hair for the Utah Jazz? I wish he was a little bit better, but
He looks like a villain from the
he was because he was
Batman.
the Missouri coach forever.
Quinn
Utah's
Snyder?
Yeah, Quinn Snyder. Yeah.
Oh, that's your guy.
Quinn Sniffer.
Wasn't that the picture that we posted today? That
Yeah.
he gained age like 50 years.
Coaching
in
the
12?
Jazz. That's a hell of a reference for doing cocaine all year. Because Quinn Snyder has aged not like a Mad Dog 2020. He looks awful. Jazz is tough, dude.
Hey, how prepared
Tough
are
place
you?
to
How
play.
prepared are you for the show?
What show?
This show,
Very.
really? You have a curtain call?
Oh,
I do.
that was Quinn Snyder.
No.
What's the curtain call?
So curtain calls are our last segment, and the only reason I'm saying that is because
I
it's
get that.
5:56. We have a hard out at 6.
Okay.
So curtain calls is the last segment. We pick
And
something.
you're still in traffic right now.
Yeah, I know, you're still in
Traffic's
traffic.
Bad.
I'm good.
Yeah, I appreciate
Traffic
that.
is bad.
I appreciate the effort of you staying here. But the
I'm
curtain
having a
call-
great time. I just know nothing about basketball.
It's okay. You don't have to know anything about basketball.
You know, people are better at others than some things.
Yeah, you have to know. Like that self-awareness is
You
good.
can't know
Yeah.
everything.
Well, they talk about the draft, and I got to just sit over here quiet.
Yeah.
NFL
Yeah.
draft.
Talk about college football.
There's really nothing
I
to
know a
talk-
lot about college football, college baseball.
Yeah, that's good. I hope that. I hope so. You were born in both of them.
Curtain call.
basically.
What is it?
Curtain call is basically it's just like a good thing that happened. Like I want to tip my hat, give a
Yeah,
curtain call
yeah.
to something, right? And we're supposed to have curtain calls every. Now he's googling it or not.
No,
I
I'm
can
Now
see
he's
it.
looking it up
I can
right
see.
now.
I can see his computer screen turning on his face. For me, and this is a cop out curtain call, but
See, this is what he always does.
no, it's
he
not.
Acts like
I
it
don't
counts.
always do this. It's not a cop out. I should rephrase that. It's not. I watched the game and I'm up in the moment, and my curtain call is to Willie Green because he came here as a new basketball coach to New
Willie
Orleans as a new basketball coach, and his team started out 1-15, right, or 1-12,
1 and
something.
12, 3 and 15.
3-15.
My curtain calls Willie Green.
I'm not
1 and
done.
12, 3 and 15.
I'm not done, okay? And he goes out there and he changes a god awful culture that was the Pelicans,
Yep.
creates a culture, creates a winning culture, and gets all these guys to buy in. Goes out and they make a trade for CJ McCollum, and he makes a difference on the team. I know they got to the playoffs with a losing record, but they played very well, and they won the 2 play-in games. So that is my curtain call. Hat tip to Willie Green, and he was bawling his eyes out, which I believe is super genuine, which means he sunk a lot of his like actual emotions into the team. That's my curtain call.
My curtain call
Here we go. Let me hear
is
this.
Lamar Jackson for being so upset. And you can always rely on Lamar Jackson to hit Twitter after Hollywood Brown gets traded.
But they're best friends, dude. They're from Miami together, like that area.
I know, but I'm not saying he should be upset about the trade, but I love the fact that he holds nothing back on Twitter. The trade happens, he doesn't know, he hits it just with the what the fuck. And it's just like, this is your franchise quarterback, and he's like openly calling out the franchise.
And his own agent too. He negotiates for himself.
And
How great is
That's
that?
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
Yep. Him and his mom.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And so that's by curtain call for. I love athletes that just kind of put it all out there every time. Like, nobody's going to tell me this. What the fuck is going on with my team? Oh, I just lost my favorite receiver. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Later.
put it out there.
Yeah. What a great show. This was supposed to be a
Curtain
break.
call these two.
They don't have any curtain calls. They aren't ready.
Think of one.
I didn't
3,
tell them about
2,
that.
1. 3, 2, 1. Your dad.
My dad shot a big pig last night.
There you go.
Don't
Big
talk
hop.
about your
Dude,
mother
he
that
was
way.
so lit too. He was so lit. Like
When he shot it?
I didn't even get to my stand yet, and I just hear
Goal!
Coach with the hammer down, dude.
What a gunshot.
I mean, I've heard a few.
How good are we
Curtain
at duck
call.
hunting?
I
though?
think
Hey.
I shot that duck.
I'm pretty sure I shot the
I'm pretty
duck.
sure I clipped it.
I think we both did it. Maybe.
I think I got it.
is
You
a
got
quail?
into my lane
The
though.
fuck's a quail?
You got into my
talented.
shooting lane. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
correct.
Hey, it's good to put a little outdoors in the show, a little hunting, a little fishing.
We have FM Outdoors. You should go look at it. It's actually great content.
I've caught a fish before.
Good. I'm happy for you.
Huge.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, Coach laid down a big pig. Good for him.
We went an hour and a half straight of no breaks. So I'm sorry to all of our sponsors who didn't get their ads. We actually had them ready today.
Well, put them in
But-
right now.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll give a shout out to all of my sponsors.
What?
What'd you say to me? You didn't bring them, huh?
That,
See,
Hey,
never know.
well, for Dos Equis, I will say when I go to Superior after a margarita, I superset it with a Dos Equis with a lime.
boom. There we go. Shout out. Look,
It is.
we have all these, right? I want to give a shout out to Lance Beal, attorney in Lafayette. Thank you for being so generous. We actually have signage being made of him right now, so we can put on. We probably have his bobblehead next to me or something.
Are you
I don't
going
know what we're
bobblehead?
doing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what we're doing. Shout out to Frankie Harris at Assured Partners,
2 bubbleheads.
2 bobbleheads, and
dragons.
of course our new friends, our new sponsors at Rejuve-Me. Really gonna help you win that challenge at
Good for the lower
F45.
back right now.
Ooh, I know.
No.
Get some nice.
Have you seen the video of the Rejuve-Me? This guy's unbelievable. He
You know
missed
Chris
himself.
Pixley?
Yeah.
I mean, shredded.
Shredded.
That's a lot.
That dude is shredded.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like that. I need to go to my cardio classes at F45.
You're at 45. And we'll
Enjoy.
Thought you were about to throw up.
No, I had a little belch. enjoy the
for you.
weekend. Enjoy the Garth Brooks concert. Enjoy the LSU baseball series. LSU is going to win the series. I told you that. Take the over 9.5 runs tonight. Also take Memphis -1. I think they're going to win the series.
No, Minnesota wins.
Okay.
Minnesota and
Okay.
Georgia.
Yeah, of course. Go out against me. Thank you for
I did
watching.
take LSU.
Thank you for listening to Mik'd Up. We had a hard out at 6 at 6:01. You're watching Mik'd Up, brought to you by Sterling Automotive. We'll see you next week. See ya.
Curtain call, you too?
That was good. Hey, that was.